Today we are going to make a flat front trifold card. This is another card that is three-dimensional, but will fold to fit into a standard A2 envelope. You open it like so, and you have the inside of it over here. It stands independently on its own. And again, depending on how you embellish it, it will go for standard postage rate in an A2 envelope. So let's get started with the cutting of the papers. First of all, for the body of the card, you need a 5.5 inch by 12 inch piece. For the front panel of the card, you need one piece that is 3 7/8 inches wide by 5 3/8 inches tall. For the inside of the card, to mat the sentiment that you're going to put inside, such as this, you will need two pieces that are 2 7/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. And then for the white portion that you will actually put your sentiment on, again, you need two pieces that are 2 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. The last pieces that you will need are the ones that fit in these areas. You will need 4 each of those that are 1 1/8 inches by 1 7/8 inches. Now let's get started on the card body itself. Your piece that is 5.5 inches by 12 inches. First thing that you will do is score it. Score it at 4 inches. And flip it end for end, and again score it at 4 inches. The next thing that you will need to do is cutting the slot that allows it to fold. Putting your paper at 1 1/4 inches, and your cutting blade at 6 inches, cut up to the 2-inch mark. Then slide it over to the 4 1/4 inch mark. Again, placing your cutting blade at the 6-inch mark. Slide the blade up to 2 inches. Now you fold to get it ready to go. The whole uncut section you fold back, and then just to start the other section you fold forward. Now that you have started the fold, whoops, one more section that needs to be scored. Sorry about that. Putting your paper at the 6-inch mark, score down to 1 1/4 inches, then starting the score blade at 4 1/4 inches, score down off the end. flipping your paper end for end put your paper at the 2-inch mark. Score down to 1 1/4 inches. Lift up, putting your score blade at 4 1/4 inches. Score down off the edge. All right, now you have it folded in thirds. There, there, and here. Now, this top section, pull that forward and crease on the score lines. And the bottom section again, pull it forward and crease on the score lines. And crease those score lines well. You now have your card body finished. To start decorating it, the piece that was cut 3 7/8 by 5 3/8, that goes on the front of the card. Again, use tape or a glue, whichever you personally prefer. And center your decorative piece in there. Next, I like to put the decorative pieces on along the top and the bottom. Again, using tape or glue, whichever you prefer. And center it in that area. Look that you have it lined up with that section there on the front. And again, remember, if you're using any paper that has an up and down direction to it, make sure that you have it in the correct orientation as you are attaching it. This is probably one of the simplest cards that I have made. Just a matter of getting your cut lines and score lines in the appropriate places. Next step in this is to put your colored mats in. If you already have your sentiments stamped on the white paper. You can attach that all before you put it in. However, I do not put the portion that I'm going to stamp the sentiment on until after I've done it, because that way if I have messed up that portion of it, it's easy to just replace that without ending up ruining the card as you're trying to take things off. So you will then have these here. Now that I'm looking at this as I have it, I probably would have cut these two that have the white background a little bit smaller and put another colored mat behind them so that they would stand out a little bit better. But, oops, fold the card, and you have the front. And don't have all the decorations ready for it yet, but I think that I'm going to be doing something along the lines of this, and probably some stamping of bubbles on the front portion of it. Oops. And add some straws to it. But again, this is a very versatile, easy card design to make, and have fun with it.